If you are one of the PS5 owners that are wondering, hey, when can I use the SSD expansion slot inside of the PS5 to get my own SSD in there and be able to install more PS5 games? Well, that answer may be coming sooner than you think. Let's talk about it right now. Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Games. Thank you for stopping by. Let's discuss the expansion slot in the PlayStation 5. You know, we had this beta testing going on for quite a while and people are wondering, all right, is it done? When can I buy my own SSD? What are the specs? What can I do with that? How can I get more storage in my PS5 to install more PlayStation 5 games instead of having to move them off to an external hard drive to make room or delete the game altogether when I want to get new games? So the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that tomorrow, September 15th, 2021, we are finally getting that expansion slot firmware update on your PlayStation 5. You will be able to use your expansion slot on that PS5 to get the SSD of your choice. It has to meet criteria though, so let's go ahead and talk about that in a second. But you will be able to do that tomorrow. That's awesome news. If you guys have not forgotten yet, last year, September 16th, 2020 was the day we got the PS5 revealed to us. We saw the design and all the good details there last year. So almost a year to the day, we're getting that expansion. Finally, you know, be able to use that on our PlayStation 5 to store more games. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So this morning we got information from Sony. So let's go jump to their blog. Let's look through it and I'll show you guys the video of how to do this yourselves. And let's see that right now. All right, so here we are at their blog. So let's see here. We have, there's a bunch of information here, guys. Besides the SSD upgrade or whatever, that expansion slot upgrade, we have a bunch of other information here that you can read yourself, but just a brief recap here. The update includes a variety of enhancements to the PS5 console experience, as well as 3D audio support for built-in TV speakers. It also features the M.2 SSD storage expansion, which enables PS5 players to store and play PS5 games. That's the thing we want to talk about in this video, right? So PS4 games and media apps directly from the expanded high-speed storage. We're also expanding mobile features. Okay, so you can read this yourself, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about what we want to talk about in this video, and that is the awesome expansion of your SSD, so you can get your own SSD and that is compatible. So let's check that out first before we watch the video, which is down here. Let's go to this little link right here. It says important M.2 SSDs must meet the minimum performance and size requirements outlined on this page. So I had already clicked it, so here's the page. So once you click that link, you'll get this page, and here are the requirements. Okay, let's go through these requirements. I've already done a video on this, guys, but let's go through it right now so we can be thorough. Okay, so the requirements are: the interface must be a PCI Express Gen 4x4 supported M.2 NVMe SSD key M. Okay, make sure whenever you're purchasing, make sure you look for that. Storage between 250 gigabytes to 4 terabytes. That is going to be expensive. 4 terabytes is going to be a ton of money, just letting you know right now. Supported sizes, we have these sizes that you can pick. So this will probably be on the spec sheet on the SSD. So if you're gonna look online, look at the detailed specifications, and that is the size you'll see. Size including heat dissipation mechanism. So this is the size that includes the heatsink. Now you have to have a heatsink for this to work properly. You don't want to overheat your PlayStation 5. You don't want to overheat the SSD. So make sure you buy a heatsink. Now some of the SSDs out there, and I will leave them in the link down below, in the description down below. Some of the SSDs out there come with no heatsink, so you can go ahead and buy your separate heatsink and put it on yourself with thermal paste or maybe some screws and stuff like that. So make sure you do your research on that, but it does have to have a heatsink. But I will also link ones that do include a heatsink. All right, so these are the sizes that that you can buy with that heatsink attached. Okay, so the write speed has to be at least 5,500 megabytes per second or faster. So at least 5,500 megabytes per second, okay? Make sure you remember that. And the socket type has to be socket 3 key M. All right, so let's go back to this video right here and watch the video of the installation process for the M.2 NVMe installation on your PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5 users can add a supported M.2 SSD
I've already
with a
watched
cooling
this. This is the
structure
introduction.
to expand their PS5 console storage. In this video, we will go over a step-by-step process to successfully install your extended storage device. Please note that you need to use an M.2 SSD with a cooling structure, such as a heatsink, that meets the required specifications.
All right, so let's fast forward. That was the introduction of what you need. This is what you will need, basically the tools you'll need right here. So let's see that.
After you have purchased your supported M.2 SSD and its compatible cooling structure, you will also need a sturdy table in a well-lit room, a #1 Phillips screwdriver, and optionally, a soft cloth and a flashlight.
All right, so you need a screwdriver, you need this flashlight, and that's the SSD right there. Remember, it needs that heatsink. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. Preparation before you begin. So this is how you can remove the, let's see here. Here's how you can remove the cover. So here's removing the cover.
Is in position. Use your right hand to grip the edge of the bottom right corner and your left hand to grip the edge of the top left corner of the cover. Gently lift the cover up with the right hand. Slide the cover off with your left thumb while using your fingers to stabilize the PS5.
All right.
As you remove the cover, you will see the expansion slot. From here, you will need to use a #1 Phillips screwdriver to unscrew and lift away the cover.
So this is the main part right here, guys. You have to remove the screwdriver right here for the SSD.
Take extra care not to drop your screw into the console fan. Once the expansion cover has been lifted away, you will see a green area with 4 expansion slots. Remove the screw and spacer from its current slot. Set the screw aside for a moment, and then place the spacer in the expansion slot that corresponds with your M.2 SSD size.
All right, so you guys saw that. Let's go back real quick. So right here, we have different sizes. Let's go back to that other website real quick and show you. So these sizes, that's what it corresponds to, right? So we have the 30, the 42, the 60, the 80, and the 110. Whatever size you buy corresponds to here. So you'll grab that spacer, and then if you got size 110, size 80, size 60, size 42, or 30, you'll put this little spacer that's right here and put it on one of these, whatever size you bought.
Slots. Remove the screw and spacer from its current slot.
We just saw this, but just a little recap.
Set the screw aside for a moment, and then place the spacer in the expansion slot that corresponds with your M.2 SSD size.
So this person bought a size 80 right there.
Hold the edge of your M.2 SSD and align it with the notch on the terminal. After you have aligned your M.2 SSD, starting from a diagonally upward position, firmly insert your M.2 SSD all the way. After you have successfully inserted your M.2 SSD, tilt the SSD down and fasten it with the screw you had set aside in step number 5.
All right, so that's basic. That's not too tough to do. Just take up, the little cover off, put the SSD, and you're good to go.
It with its screw.
All right, so that's just putting the screw back in there and then tightening that, and then we put the cover back on, and then we push it back to the other side to be able to cover that PlayStation 5 and be ready to go. So that is the information that we have about the PlayStation 5 and the expansion slot for your PS5 SSD expansion upgrade. That's going to be awesome. Again, the date this firmware update is going to come out is tomorrow, September 15, 2021. So let me know in the comments down below if you're going to buy an expansion SSD for your PS5, and let me know how it goes for you if you try to install it on your PS5. what games are you going to be installing, what size SSD are you going to get. I'm looking at some right now, but again, I will base that decision later. Right now, I think I have, a pretty good amount of games on my PS5. So, right now I'm only playing through Ghost of Tsushima right now, so I'm not taking up that much space. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe and peace out.